What's up, ladies and gents, Nola here, and welcome to another Payday 2 video. And I thought the first Payday 2 video I would be bringing to you after the series of the housewarming update videos would be some gameplay, and I've actually already recorded some. But surprisingly enough, Overkill brings out a brand new update, or I suppose it's going to be the release of a new DLC coming this Thursday, the 20th of October. And so, as always, I will be the first, if possible, to cover it, and that's what we're doing right now, taking a look at the webpage, link to it in the description down below. You can, on the webpage, see day one, in which we get the trailer, which is going to show off three new, I should say, weapons we are getting in this DLC pack. If you just do a little bit of research, or you're actually a gun buff yourself, you can work out exactly what we are going to be getting, but of course not their stats within Payday. We'll have to wait for day 2 for that. Day 3 the update comes out and we get some final information about achievements and masks and things that are coming alongside this paid for DLC. So it's an interesting one for me, this. It's the John Wick weapon pack, and it's following an incredibly successful housewarming party, or equivalent of Crime Fest, the most successful one I think we've ever seen. The content was fantastic, it was all free, and I think it was greatly appreciated. Now the return to paid content is going to have an interesting response, I imagine, from the community, because we've definitely been softened up by the goodness that Overkill has brought recently, but I know a lot of people will be raising their eyebrows at just how quickly this has followed the previous content we've received. Now, for me, content can never come out quickly enough for Payday 2, but in this case, it has come out the week after, or barely a week after, just a couple of days after the last update. So it's interesting, and it is to, I assume, tie in with the second John Wick film, but that's not coming out until 2017, so I don't know why this has been pushed out right now. It might be, some sort of commemoration of John Wick being added to the game. He was added around about this time a couple of years ago, alongside Hoxton. It's interesting, the character of John Wick, because he was initially very unpopular. He came very soon after original Hoxton was added back into the game, and we didn't expect there to be lots of characters coming to Payday. We thought we'd have the gang of 5. So John Wick was the 6th. He came out of the blue, and he was pretty much unappreciated, I would say. I think the film John Wick was not very well known. Obviously, people knew Keanu Reeves, but he wasn't doing the voice acting for the character, so we felt like we got a bit of a cash grab from Overkill. But as time went on and people started to watch the film, which was fantastic, it was quite heavily acclaimed. It's a sensational action movie, which I imagine the second one will be as well. People started to warm to the character, and he stopped being just a joke. And of course, with the announcement, and the trailer is already out for the second John Wick film, which I'm actually really excited for, we can expect more of the same, and I guess the weapon pack is to tie in with that. There is some sort of partnership going on between Overkill and Lionsgate, I believe, who produce it. Now, whether this is going to be received well or not, I do not know, but the 3 weapons we're getting, I'm going to take a closer look at when we do watch the trailer. So the first time I'm actually going to do a sort of live trailer watch through with you guys, as opposed to just sort of breaking things down and editing them. But yeah, we can work out what those weapons are, and they seem pretty damn exciting, sort of weapons that I think we've been asking for a really long time. Of course, it's going to be $5 on Steam, released on the 20th of October, as you see in the bottom right-hand corner, which is the standard weapon pack price. We're getting 3 weapons, which isn't bad, plus a brand new throwable. I'll talk you through all that stuff at the end of the trailer. It does show what we're going to be getting. But as long as the content is good, and of course, if the content is good, I will be letting you guys know immediately on the 20th of October as soon as it comes out. I love reviewing weapons. It's always been one of my favorite things to do on the channel. Especially with these 3, I keep talking about them. Let's first of all talk about the one on screen right now. It's the SRS Bolt Action Sniper Rifle. As you can see, it's bolted there on the right hand side, and it's a John Wick favorite. He's using it right at the start of the trailer, and we'll take a closer look at that in just a sec. But yeah, this sniper rifle, I imagine, will be reasonably high powered because it's bolt action, but I imagine it'll shoot a little faster than some of the others. It's going to be, that moderate in the middle, and it's going to be hard work for it to be better than things like the WA-2000 at clearing out enemies really quickly. But I'd love to see this weapon just handle a little differently to the sniper rifles we already have in the game. So without further ado, let's actually play the trailer, have it going on in the background. So I'd just like to say how impressed I have been by the sort of quality of this trailer. It's really very good. You see right at the start, as I said, he's there with the SRS looking to pick off his first target with the sniper rifle. And what's fantastic about the trailer is it's really in the same vein that the John Wick film actually is. Now we see the reveal of the second weapon here, the pistol. Oh god, the animation quality is fantastic. It is John Wick style. This is exactly the kind of stuff he does in the films, the judo throws and all. And yep, ran out of bullets, may as well kick him in the head. There's the third gun. So yeah, we got a pistol there and a submachine gun. Now the pistol is, I believe, the P30L. It's a very standard sort of USB-ish pistol. It's gonna shoot reasonably quickly and do moderate damage. It's gonna be right in that midpoint. Let's hope it freezes over here so I can walk you through. Let's pause it. Scroll it back, and I'll walk you through all this stuff at the end. It's going to be very much a standard pistol, I should say, I imagine. I'd love to see it come with a akimbo format as well. I think that would be a nice little addition in the DLC, so we basically get 4 weapons overall. And, I mean, John Wick's not adverse to dual-wielding pistols. And finally, like I said, an SMG, it is the UMP-45. People will know this gun from all sorts of games. It was a real favourite in the Call of Duty series back in the day. That's probably where I remember it most. But yeah, the UMP-45, it's been a long time coming to Payday. I think I've guessed it was coming in the past and been completely incorrect in previous weapon packs, so no surprises here. Let's hope it's a really strong secondary SMG that'll be loads of fun to play around with. It's good to see the diversity of this weapon pack, you know, depending on what playstyle you like, what build style you like, there's going to be something for everyone. And I think that's a good start to a DLC. So let me run you through what we're going to be getting. Those 3 weapons, as I mentioned. 1 throwable. I don't know what that's going to be. I can't specifically think of what John Wick would throw. But it's nice to see another throwable added so soon after we got the pretty awesome concussion grenades. 4 new masks, John Wick themed, I assume. 4 new patterns and materials, again John Wick themed. And 4 new achievements. Don't really know what they could be. Maybe 1 for each weapon and 1 for the throwable. More than likely, that would be my guess. But as I said, there is a collaboration going on here. Overkill, Starbreeze, Steam, and Lionsgate. You can see the affiliations that Overkill has brought up over this period of time. And yeah, it's a tie-in with the film, but the film's not coming out anytime soon. So again, slightly confused why this is coming out so very quickly. But I personally am not complaining. I'm actually really excited to take a look at these brand new weapons. They're interesting, and they're weapons I've wondered why have not been added a little sooner. Again, it's a shame it's going to be in a paid DLC, but we've had so much free content recently. I'm comfortable with it. I'd love to hear what your guys' thoughts are. Did you think maybe the paid DLCs were over for Payday 2 as the game started to draw to end towards the end of its lifespan, but we got a massive boost of content with, of course, the recently added housewarming party. I think the biggest surprise here is that it's so close to the Halloween update, which I assume we're still getting. It's always been one of my favourite updates over the course of the year. So if that is the case, the amount of content we're getting between now and the end of the year has, first of all, completely outdone my original expectations, but it's going to be the most I think we've ever seen, and that is fantastic. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for tomorrow when I bring you day 2 and get a closer look at the weapons, hopefully see some stats and see exactly how they're going to pan out when they get added into the game. And of course, on the 20th, I'll be making videos showing off those new weapons and the day 3 webpage. That's watching this video, guys. I'll see you on the next one.